Hey everybody, this is Zack Griset with Buildbox. Thank you so much for coming. We're going to answer a few questions from the community, and it's going to be awesome. I'm going to do my very best to answer them as quickly as possible. And if I can't answer them on the spot, then I'll write them down on a list and I'll make a tutorial. I've already people. This is hilarious. Spice Bean just goes, people who talk to themselves should seek help. Yeah, I should probably seek a little help. He's probably right. Also, today, guys, it's probably going to be a little bit shorter, about an hour, maybe like an hour and a half today. Feeling a little bit under the weather today, and so I'm just going to kind of keep it a little bit short. But next week, I'm looking to try to have more sessions, maybe like 1 or 2, maybe even 3 live stream sessions in a week. So we'll see how that goes next week. But yeah, today's going to be kind of short and sweet. So first question I got on the board is Drillin Kravika. Can Buildbox be downloaded on 32-bit CPU? You know what? Let me ask my good friend Sean Connor on that one, because I got to double check on that one. Thanks. Or actually, Hugh or Sean, if you guys can write in on that, the 32-bit, I'd probably have to ask Justin or check the system requirements document that we're making right now. That document actually should be coming out soon, guys. So yeah, bear with me on all those type of questions, like what's the minimum graphics card and the minimum computer that you have to have, like all these questions about whether or not you can install the software on your equipment. We should have a system requirements document coming out soon, I believe, and I'll have to double check on that. Okay, it looks like 64-bit is the requirement. All right, hey Astrohound, what's up? Glad that you're liking the streams. Good to have you back. Thank you so much. I love having you guys on here. I felt like last week's session was like super cool and it was really productive. So I wanted to do some more like Q&A like this and just talk with you guys. I feel like that ended up being better. Okay, Buildbox game will run on any Android version. Ooh, good question. I think so. I'm pretty sure that it works on all Android versions, except you might have to. I think you just have to download all of the SDK packages. So I'm gonna go ahead and just quickly show you guys this real fast. So I'm gonna just open up Android Studio. Give me just a second. Okay, Android Studio. See if I got an old project that I can open up here, because I want to show you guys where to download the SDK packages. Okay, we'll just go with this. All right, we'll delete these. You know what I'll do is I'll open up a new project. 1 second. Oh, also, big news today, guys. This actually was this happened earlier. A couple days ago, but yeah, the new Buildbox 3.2.2 came out, the new version, so we're going to update right now, and really excited about that. We did a ton of work on that one, really focused on stability and solving a lot of bugs and problems, so it should be really smooth. But for right now, okay, I'm going to answer the question about the Android packages, so I'm going to just export to Android real fast, and I'll call this test. I'll just export right here to my desktop. Okay, perfect. And okay, here's the document, Android folder. I usually click on the build.gradle and that'll open up the Android Studio document. And then cool, let's see here. And yeah, okay. Let's see here. Let's open it up. All right, and then where are you? Okay. Right here. Okay. So a lot of times you need to start off by like updating Android Studio to like its latest version. And then let me double check something real fast. I'm looking for the SDK manager. There you are, under tools. Okay, so This was a question from Nicholas Vasquez. And he asked if you could run Buildbox games on any version of Android. And as far as I know, I don't think you have any issues with running it on any versions of Android. There might be some problems with like super old versions like of Android phones. But what you want to do is just what I just showed you. You want to go into Android Studio, open up your file, go to Tools, and then go to SDK Manager, and then you want to make sure that you download the SDK packages. You just want to like select the one, like say, okay, I have this Android style, so I'm going to select it and I'm going to apply, and then it'll download the APK pack or the SDK packages, and you should be good to go. Okay, awesome. So question 1 answered. All right, let's check out the next question. All right, Spice Bean. Can you show us how we can make the camera move and rotation around a character as an end cutscene after completing a level, like in many hyper casual games? Yes, I can. Okay, let's do that. Let's take a template real fast for this one. I like the progression template for this because this is like. Let me double check though, because I think actually at the end of this progression template, the second that you beat the level, I think it performs a menu jump and it sends you to the next scene. I gotta play it right now. I gotta remember. But this one might be a good example because like this one you complete the level, right? And then you could do like a cutscene. I almost died. Okay, so let's see here. So there's the menu jump, right? So let's see if we can slow down that menu jump and do a little camera rotation. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm gonna exit out of there. Oh shoot, what did I do? I just closed Buildbox. My bad, everybody. It did not crash. Okay, don't think that. Now let's see here. Exit out of this. Let's go to the character. Where's the menu jump? Perfect. So here's the menu jump. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a 10-second delay, Spice Bean. I'm going to do like a 10-second delay, and I'm going to do those camera rotations like during the delay before the menu jump. So first we'll grab a delay out, right? Then we will hook this bad boy up to the menu jump just like it was before. Right now the delay is set to half a second, so we'll set it to like probably 10 seconds would be way too much, but let's do 5. Let's do 5 seconds. Okay. And then let's do a camera rotation. Let's do a camera rotation. Sweet. Okay, we'll set that up. So, oh wait, there already was a delay. I'm so stupid. Okay, here, you know what? Let's get rid of this delay and just increase this one. I don't know why I didn't see that other delay node right there. Okay, 5 seconds on that one. And then as the delay is happening, the collide, right? The if collide at the end of the so there's this little marker at the an asset at the end of the progression level that you have to collide with it, and then it triggers the menu jump. It triggers the event. So this is it'll be the same thing. You'll pass some sort of like barrier. You'll collide with something at the end of your level once you complete the level, and that'll trigger the camera rotation and the camera movement. So it's totally up to you on the easing function. I've seen a couple. I want to say that I saw like a good in and out cube easing function on one of the Game Jam winners. Who was it? The Popa brothers. I think they at the end of their scene. They did. I might be wrong, but it looked like they used the easing function on a camera rotation and a camera movement effect at the end of the levels. And I thought normally I usually go with linear, but I thought the in and out cube looked pretty cool. So okay, let's do a rotation. Let's see real fast what this is gonna look like real fast. So we'll do 4 seconds on the duration. And yeah, let's just see what happens. Yeah, let's take a look. I think I need to delete one of the enemies though, because I'm gonna have a super hard time clearing that one cone. Okay, so did you see that there was already there's a little bit of rotation? It looks distorted, right? Because like you see you see the platforms all off and stuff like that. So let's do a full 90-degree rotation so you can see it, and then let's set the physics so that the character is not just going and falling off the edge, right? Let's like stop the character. So we'll do set physics type. Set physics. This is just because I don't want the character to keep moving like it's doing. So we'll do static, and then we'll just do like all zeros. Okay, perfect. And let's do a camera movement. Camera position, position animation. Okay, and then will probably need to move like, let's see what the rotation is. Let's just see what just the rotation, because the rotation might be enough for you. Depending on what you're trying to go for, you might actually just be like, oh yeah, I just want to rotate the camera, do a quick like little spin around, and then call it good. So let's just take a look and let's make sure that that's working for you. Oh, I forgot to delete that enemy. I'm gonna it's so hard to clear the last enemy. Okay, cool, I got it. All right, let's see. Rotation! Sick. Okay, so it's not centered, and the character ended up moving just a little bit too fast. So let's do another delay on the set physics. Yeah, let's do a quick delay. Although kind of like watching it pause up in the middle of the air was almost like a Mission Impossible like effect, where they it's like slow motion, and then they rotate the camera around so you can see all the effect from different angles, and then speaks, goes back to full speed. That's kind of what it reminded me of. Okay, let's do like 1 second on the delay and then set the physics. Okay. And then also on the, oops, what am I doing? I'm saving. Okay, and then, oh yeah, you know what? I guess I could save this and I could put this on Buildbox, the Discord Livestream channel, so you guys can mess with this if you want. So the position animation, I actually want to take it, I want to move back a little bit, because it's, so that when it rotates, the character's a little bit more centered. So I'm thinking that it's going to have to be something like 10 in the X direction, right? But it'll either be -10 or +10. I think it's +10. Let's try that out. Okay. Let's run this thing. I'm going to delete that enemy real fast now that I remember. Okay. And you're gone. All right. The level just got so much easier. Okay. Seriously, it's that one enemy. That's a... what? I thought I deleted you. That's so weird. Nice. Okay, so there was a little bit of a jump. I think the movement on the animation, the position animation, was a little bit too fast. So let's do something like 4 and 12. And then there's the other part of it, though, is that the camera has a rotation of 30 degrees down, so it might be, I don't know, it might be a little bit funky. You might have to mess with the rotation a little bit more. This is going to be my last attempt at it, yeah, I think you're gonna find that you're getting pretty close to what you're looking for. Okay, let's try this out. And then Spice Bean, I know I'm taking forever. I'll take a look at the chat. Okay. Let's take a look. How does this look? Nice. Pauses, and then does kind of a weird rotation. Okay, cool. The rotations could probably use a little bit of improvement, but I have a feeling it's with the way that the camera is set up, with the rotation down and then rotating the camera. I don't know. It might be something like that. But if you take a couple minutes here and just fine tune it, right? Just put in a couple numbers, test some numbers, and change things around. I have a feeling that you'll get it perfect, exactly how you want it, and you'll get it all dialed in. Okay, next question. Dryland, I'm Albanian. For that, my surname is impossible to spell. Kravica is how I would pronounce it, or Krivica maybe. Yeah, sorry, Drillin. I'm not the greatest. I'm trying my best to learn how to pronounce everybody's names correctly. Hey, what's up, Prasad? Glad to see you're here. Expressive Boy, yeah. What's up, Expressive Boy? I remember you from last week. Though, just asking if you're going to be reverting changes. I love the Buildbox system. Know that I shouldn't ask, but it's just a feeling to ask. Oh, about the reverting the changes on the pricing plan. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to be changing the pricing plan for a while, or changing like the options. We might, but I don't think so. And to be perfectly honest, guys, like being at one point I was a Buildbox customer only. I was just a Buildbox customer, and then I started working with schools and teaching students how to use the software. And I would say that like right now, I feel like it's pretty fair. It's pretty fair pricing for what you get. You still get the free version. It's maybe not as beefed up as before, but it's still pretty solid. It's enough to get to get your feet wet, to get going and start building some confidence with the software, and start making like you could start getting yourself to a point where you could make a hit game and start making some money and supporting you and your family. So I think it's reasonable. What's up, Sean? Nicholas Vasquez? Good to see you. So how about those Game Jam submissions, right? Oh my gosh. Did anybody watch the Game Jam the video, like the winners? So awesome. Really, really quality games. Like it's getting better and better every single Game Jam. I think what's going to happen is, because we are starting to see some of the same people winning each Game Jam, we're going to have to break it up into different brackets. We'll have like new users, beginner brackets, and I like honestly what I really want to do is I want to have like Buildbox like Game Jam boxing themed competitions where the winner like gets the belt, gets like the heavyweight belt, and then we'll have like different weight classes like lightweight, middleweight, featherweight, like all that stuff, and then we'll all compete for like different belts and stuff, and that way it's like, like if I'm a new user, if I'm just seeing the software for the first time in like my second week here, like I don't want to go up against Ovidiu or Darius or or like the Popa brothers. I just like I won't stand a chance. So I feel like we might have to like section it off a little bit, bracket it up. But I loved the games. I played all of them. It was a ton of submissions. I played like 120 games in one day. But yeah, it's awesome. Okay, Spice Bean. Okay, cool. So it got it working on you, or you got it working for you. That's good. And then I think I missed some questions. I'll jump back into it. Let's see here. How to get money from the game that we make. Okay, hold on. I missed some questions. Sorry, guys. You guys are too fast for me. I gotta speed up. Okay, my phone and Android version. I have an issue. Game browse. Just let me know what your issue is, or just send it into support.com, or we can figure it out here too. So just let me know what's going on. Okay, Duke Art Studios. I want to know if it's possible to add videos to my app, and also add an audio player inside my app so users can play, stop, or pause a video or audio file. Okay, you can do that. I know you can do this. But to be perfectly honest, right now, it would be a little bit tricky to do it. So first off, your video would have to be a PNG sequence. Okay, it wouldn't be like a regular video, and I don't think it would be very like I know for sure that you could turn the sound on and off with a button, and that's easy. That would be like 2 seconds. But the part about playing, stopping, and pausing the video, that part, and the audio file, like, because I know exactly what you're talking about. Like you want like a video to be able to play halfway, and then you want them to be able to stop the video and like press pause, and then like stop the audio, and then maybe come back and press play, and then it starts up again. I think you can do. I think it's possible, but it wouldn't be like right now with us not taking like dot video files or MP4s and stuff like that. Then I think it would be a little bit tricky. Yeah, I think it might be a little tricksy on that, but I do think it can be done. Game Browse, where is the particle effect in BB3? Oh, I know, right? Oh my gosh, I love the particle effect in BB2. It was so awesome. If you haven't seen it, guys, definitely play around with the particle emitter from the effects section of Buildbox 2. It's awesome. You can do so. My buddy Danny was the one who showed me how they're like. There's so much that you can do with that. It's really surprising. But so here's the deal. So we are working on getting the particle emitter for Buildbox 3. Most likely, what's going to happen is it's going to come in that you'll get the 2D version of the particle emitter first, just like the one from Buildbox 2, and then we'll be working on a 3D particle emitter, which is going to be a little bit more intense, obviously, just because of the extra z-axis, and you have to now like set a linear velocity in like multiple directions, so more than just two. So but it's coming. It's something we're working on. I know everybody loved it, and it makes games looks really awesome, so it's important that we add it. Do we have to download 2 different versions of the software for creating 2D and 3D games? Prasad Kunte, no. I'll just quickly show you and answer that question. So you can with Buildbox 3, you can do both 3D and 2D worlds, and 2D style 3D and 2D style games. So you have over here, you have 3D worlds and you have 2D worlds, and I'm just clicking on them and I'm holding down the button, I'm dragging and I'm dropping them into my mind map here. And then you click inside, and it's very different. It's like a very different style here. Obviously all the images are 2D, and then you go into a 3D world, and then all of a sudden you've got these 3D blocks, these three-dimensional objects. So yeah, you can do both. With Buildbox 2, you can only make games in 2D and isometric, unless you're really crafty with your graphics, and then you can do some 3D stuff. But it's mostly graphic magic there. Okay. Okay, right here. Maybe in the future, but it does not technical limitations not soon. Hey, Arrow Hearts, what's up? Sam Hardy, good to have you here, buddy. What's it like? How's the weather in the UK right now? Are you in London, Sam, or are you like in Scotland or something, or where are you at these days? The next Game Jam's coming up soon. We're trying to have one every month. As much as we can. So really excited. I felt like the last Game Jam was awesome. What's up, Prasanna Kumar? What's up? Game Browse. Hey, try not to. Oh yeah. Oh. That's actually a great idea. Okay. Yeah. Try not to spam the chat with just asking the question over and over and over again. I promise I'll try to get to you guys all as soon as I can. And then Hugh has a great example. Game Browse. So using the trail effect and the trail 3D node is actually pretty cool. And also, what you could do with a particle, what you could do to substitute for a particle emitter is probably, you could use a spawn. You could use a spawn node, right? Let me show you. Let me just, everybody, I'm going to take a quick second here to just kind of show how to make a makeshift particle emitter in substitute of one that's pre-baked for you. So I'm going to go ahead and just start off with a fresh, just blank template here so I can show you guys. Give me a second. Create new 3D game. Not going to save the changes. Yeah, okay, cool. So what you'll do is let's say I'll have one of the particles be a sphere, right? And I'll have I gotta have 4 spheres or something like that. Okay, let's do that. And then let's call this one sphere 1, sphere 2, sphere 3, and you guys get the rest. You already know where I'm going with this. Sphere 4. Okay. And let's get that cube up into the characters menu. Might as well. Who cares? All right. Now let's get a spawn node. Let's get a timer node. Sweet. Ooh, it was modified timer node. That is cool. Spawn, and yeah, that's good. Okay, so first off, we'll enable the timer. We will, let's see here. Okay, yeah. Enable spawn timer 90 seconds. Let's do 5. I can't remember if it's in seconds or milliseconds. Number of events. Let's just do like probably like, I don't know. Let's just do 1 million. If you want it to be like, if you want it to go on for a really, really long time, I just put a super high number. Okay, minute value, fractional seconds. Let's just go, okay, minute seconds. Let's just go straight up seconds. So 5 seconds. Okay. Now, when it times out, we're going to spawn this sphere. Sphere's got to be set to dynamic. We're going to also, let's see here, spawn as child. There we go. Okay, cool. We'll add in a couple more spawns, right? This one, though, is going to spawn sphere 2. This one is going to spawn sphere 3. Probably could have, there's actually probably a little bit of a faster way to do this now that I'm going through it, but it's okay, we're almost there. Okay, so now we're spawning this stuff, right? But they're all going in the same direction, so that's no good. So we need to go into these spheres node maps and just like add a little bit of movement, right? So you can do something like this. Also, I'm not sure why we don't have the angular velocity. Yeah, I'm not sure why we don't have angular velocity built into the node map or into the move node, but I'll just like really, really quickly show you guys how to add angular velocity real fast. So I'm going to crack open this move node here by hitting the little edit button, right? We got all this very fancy code that we've got here in the node, really sophisticated stuff here. And okay, so first we're going to add an attribute. It's going to be vector 3D. It's called angular velocity. Angular velocity. Okay, cool. I'm going to just copy that just real fast. And I'm going to say let angvel. That's going to be short for angular velocity. Okay, so I'm going to create a variable, let angvel, or I'm going to by just saying let angvel, that creates a variable. It doesn't set the variable to anything. If you want to set a variable to something, you would set let angvel and then equals like 1 or 2 or true or false or something like that. But then we set, okay, now we set angvel. We set angvel equal to this attribute. I'm going to just copy and paste this part first. This attribute. And then I'm going to select angular velocity. And now whatever numbers I put in for angular velocity here in my node, then now that means that variable angvel is going to take those numbers. Now that means angvel is those numbers because we've set it equal to the attribute angular velocity. And then let's just go to physics set. Let's see here. Set angular. We're going to find the set linear velocity, right? And let's make sure that all of this is set correctly. Good. All right, awesome. So now let's just do set. Let's do physics. I'm such a cheater. I love to copy and paste code. Physics set angular velocity. Angular velocity. And then you just need to set it to angvel X, angvel Y, angvel Z, and you're done. Right, so whatever we've got in for angvel for the X direction, the Y direction, and the Z direction, now that's going to be moving in angular velocity. So this will allow us to get like angular like spin and like crazy rotation, right? And, like you won't be able to see it so much on a sphere, but I might change the shape so that you can see the difference. So I'll change the OBJ. Actually, let's just do that right now. I'm going to change the 3D model to something like a cube or something like that. Okay, cool. So let's set angular velocity. Let's set it to like 10 and 15. Okay, and then I'm going to copy this new node into my other spheres. So sphere 2, paste it. Where'd you go? Okay, copy, go into the other node map, paste. Perfect. Okay, hook this one up. Let's do -10. And let's do, oh, that's right. We need to do like 8 or something in the Y direction. We got to make sure that it's like going up a little bit, like 10 or something like that. Got to make sure it's firing upwards. And then I'm going to copy this guy, copy this one. Let's open up these other node maps real fast. Paste them in here. We'll do -15 on this one. And then we'll do +10 and -15 on this one. So we got like all 4 options covered. Okay, now let's see here. I'll call this particle emitter test. Let's see if the code I wrote is going to work at all. Okay, let's press play. And spawn. Where is the spawning? Oh, shnikes. Interesting. So the timer is taking too long. Ah, yeah. Timer. Let's do this. Okay, let's do. Yeah, it took 5 seconds, then they all went exploding. That was dumb. Okay, let's do something like half a second. So it's going poof, 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 poof. You know. Hopefully I didn't blow out the mic right there. Sorry, guys. Okay, so half a second, and then. Yeah, they're a little. It just blasted the thing. Here, let's do this. Let's do offset, position offset. Let's do something like 4 on all of the spawns so that it's a little bit higher above the cube. And it's not just like immediately, like the moment it spawns, the collision shape is immediately colliding with the cube that it's spawning from. I could also just get rid of the 3D model or the collision shape too. That would be sick. But yeah, let's do that. Let's go back. Let's zoom out so you can see this a little bit better. All right, now let's take a look. Okay, so they look a little goofy, but you can kind of see that there's like a little bit of something going on here, a little bit of a spawn thing. Let's make sure that these are all set to dynamic. Oh yeah, that's right. You know what's actually I just thought of this. I'm so stupid. Instead of move, you should use the jump node, because the move is just going to consistently keep moving and moving and moving. I totally blanked on that. Sorry, guys. So you want to use a jump node, and then you can add the angular velocity to the jump node as well. Real fast, I'm just going to do that real fast. Okay, so sphere 1 jump node, or actually. Well, I'll skip the angular velocity. You've already seen how to do that. I have that in another video too. It's super easy. So I'm just going to do like 10 and 5, and then I'll copy this, paste it in here, hook it up here instead. Let's do -10. Paste it in here as well. Hook this up, get rid of this one. Let's do -5. And the last one, excuse me, is going to be just a regular jump. Disconnect this one. Let's do 15, negative. All right, now let's check this out. Okay, so the the height is a little bit ridiculous. Let's do 5 on the height. Okay, 5 on the height. Why didn't I go to my other node map? There it is, 5, and the last one, 5. Okay, 5, perfect. All right, let's take a look. Yeah, you can kind of see they get a little bit more of a of an effect here. I might even zoom out a little bit more just to kind of so you can see the whole thing. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah. So it's a little wonky, right? But that's like one way that you can dial in a particle emitter in Buildbox. You can also add trail effects to these objects so that as they're flying, they're making like little trails and stuff. So yeah, that's just like how you could make your own little particle emitter on your own. And I would take Hugh's advice. Hugh on the team, he's our newest member of the support team. Super smart guy. He suggested that we also use the Trail 3D node and also just the Trail node. And I agree with him. I think those are good effects. Okay, sorry about that, guys. And we'll keep moving on. So game browse. I hope that answered your question. Thank you for your question. Okay, please stack ball. Okay, this is OpenX2. Please stack ball game. How to make? Okay, so let's do like a stack ball game. So usually the stack games that I've seen in the past are cubes or like squares or rectangular shapes, right? Because like balls won't really like stay on top of each other, unless you've got them like set up in a way so that they don't like shift left and right. But that wouldn't really be a stacking game. I'm gonna just show you how to make a stacking game, but with cubes instead. Okay, because the ball you can switch to balls. I just don't know if that's gonna like really be what you want. But anyways, I'll show you how to do that real fast. So next question here. So I'm going to do let's do this instead. So I'll do like a platform here. So I'll get rid of all these cubes and these spheres and stuff. I'm going to delete these objects. Okay. So this is what I would do. So first off, I would add a UI, right? You're going to need to, you're probably, actually, no, I take that back. If you want to use a touch node, right? So all you have to do is touch the screen anywhere on the screen, then you don't need a UI. I take that back. But I was going to use like a UI button right in the corner so that you just touch the UI button and then it drops a cube. But okay, so let me straighten this out a little bit. This will be platform, cube droppers, and then let's call it a spawner or something like that. Or actually, yeah. This will be cool. I'll spawn a triangle. I'll have a triangle moving side to side, pointing downward, so that you can see like exactly the direction you're dropping it. Okay, so let's call this a platform, and then we'll make it platform, make it physics type static, all that jazz. Then cube, we're going to drop. Let's call this drop cubes. Okay, this one will have to be set to dynamic so that that gravity will affect it. So that's one important thing. And then this is just going to be a marker. So I'll delete the character. Platform, let's get you out here. Okay, probably gonna do 0 and 0 just to kind of get it centered there. Let's straighten you out. Let's do make you look a little bit more like a platform. Something like that, probably. Okay, then we got the angle. I don't like that. Let's bring it in a little closer. Move it up. Let's do 0, 0, 0. Awesome. Let's take this guy, and then real fast, let's flip the rotation on these guys by 180 in the Y. Actually, I don't think that 180 is going to be right. Yeah. It's going to be 180 in the Z. Yeah, there it is. 180 in the Z direction. 180 in the Z. Okay, now, this triangle, I'm going to have it do a wave, right? Basically, you know how in like stacker games, they you have the object at the top moving side to side, and then it's a timing thing where you tap the screen or a button and it drops the cube, and you just hopefully it lands perfectly right. So we're going to have the triangle doing the wave at the top. So we'll hook that bad boy up, and then let's do, okay, so X, yeah, okay, cool. So we'll do 5 in the X, and then let's do like 3 seconds, and let's just see what that looks like. I'm gonna kind of tilt it up here a little bit like this, so the camera is a little bit more straight. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see if that's moving side to side. Okay, that's perfect. I will say that it's moving a little bit fast. So if I were you and I was making a stacker game, I might move it a little bit slower. Like, you could increase the speed as the game progresses. That might be a good way to add a challenge to the game. But I would probably slow that down, to be honest. Yeah. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. All right, so let's do this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that when you touch the screen, where did that come from? Touch the screen, we're going to spawn one of those drop cubes so that they just drop from wherever the triangle's at. So action spawn, we'll spawn a cube, a drop cube, which is set to dynamic. Perfect. Will spawn every single time you touch, and the only other thing is it needs to have a small offset of like -2 so that it doesn't like immediately collide with the collision shape of the triangle when it's dropped. If you guys know what I mean. We kind of ran into that problem just a little while ago. Anyways, let's take a look. Okay. Wow. We got a little stacker game going on. And then you would just need to have the character shift upwards, and yeah, you'll have the character shift upwards and the camera shift upwards. And I'm guessing that what you probably want to do is after every cube you drop, I would probably do like a short maybe position animation on the triangle that's moving side to side so that it continues to lift. So watch this. So I'll 3D world, right? I'll make the triangle be a character, and then I'll have the camera position follow the character, but I'll make sure that the follow force is like 0 on the X so that the camera's not the camera's not shifting side to side like that. And then so now it's the camera's following the triangle character as it's moving up. And I would say that, like, probably I would do a position animation, in my opinion. Position animation once it's released, or once the spawn is done. It doesn't matter. You could hook it up probably here to the end of the spawn as well. Let's see here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Position animation, and then you just want to go up slightly. And I would probably do like linear, in my opinion. Okay, and then we'll move that up. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Okay, so the camera already shifted a little bit. Interesting. Okay, let's try this. Let's try 5 or 10, and let's take let's see that. I want to see it jump up. Position animation. This should be right. Let's take a look. Interesting. Okay, so there must be something about the wave that is keeping it from moving up, right? So like, I'm guessing that the zeros that we have in place on the wave vector, right? It's holding it's moving the character side to side, but it's not allowing it to move upwards because of the 0. So we have to get rid of the 0 there and make it none, and then I believe now it should start lifting up. Let's take a look. And then also I gotta shift this camera down. This is so wonky right now. Okay, let's do, so for the camera, the like follow offset, let's do like -10 or something like that. It should lower it quite a bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so spawn. Interesting. Okay, it almost like shifts up and then shifts back down. which is really interesting. Okay, let's take a look. Actually, this would be kind of a cool one. Okay, so I'm gonna ask the community. I'm gonna ask you guys right now. What's the best way to move this character up, like side to side at the same time, and move it upwards? If the position animation is not working, let's try is delta. Let's get rid of the is delta. We do 2 seconds. If anybody of you has any ideas, that would be really cool. I'll let you guys write in right now. Okay. Weird. Did you see that? That was cool. It like floats down all of a sudden for a second. Oh, let's try -10 because the character's flipped upside down. No, that's not right. Let's try. No, that should be right. It should be 5. Why does it? Let's see if it's spawn after a spawn. That's weird. Position animation, delta. Is the triangle set to dynamic? Let's try kinematic instead. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Eye contact, I have a problem with using. Add a delay. Okay, Valen, I think that could work. Make the character move initially on start and slowly move up. That was another idea I had, Al, and I kind of like that idea, Al. By the way, guys, Al Cox is like a really awesome member of the community. Definitely check out his live streams and his tutorial videos. Super, super awesome guy. I'm sure he'd be happy to help you out if you reach out to him on Discord. Super cool guy. But yeah, Al, I think actually that would be kind of like a cool way to do it, right? Because then there's like almost like a sense of urgency, right? Like maybe if you like move too high without without pressing the button, if you wait too long, maybe there's like a penalty, or maybe your character becomes defeated. So that could be kind of cool. So everybody, just so you can see what Al's talking about. He's talking about adding a move node, right? So adding some movement at the start and just having the character go upwards like really, really slow. So something like, 3 or maybe less than that even. So, interesting. Okay. And still not moving upwards. So the wave must be doing something because, if you get rid of the wave, it moves upward just fine. And the same thing with the position animation. If I just did a position animation, I get rid of the move node, it would move up and then stop. So it has something to do with the wave node, and I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of thinking that the whole none part is not being handled correctly. Yeah, let's take a look here. So if I take a look at the move node, and it says like, if there's not physics, or something. Yeah, anyways, I'm pretty sure that like you can see there's a little bit more to the move node. I believe that the wave node is what is keeping it from moving upwards. Yeah, pretty sure. And then let's see here. Set linear velocity. Let's see here. Attribute, set position. Let's just set position to. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so what it's doing is it's just resetting the position at once it gets to this function here. It's just resetting the position each time. So I do think it needs to probably be touched up a little bit. So I'm going to make a note of that real fast to change that so it's a little bit more freedom. So make the wave node be able to move freely in the directions where we have none listed as the value. instead of zero. Okay, cool. I'll take care of that, guys. I'll make sure that gets handled. Okay, let's get back to it. Make the character. How do I fix graphic issue on Windows? There's a maximum limit that has been reached. That's what I did. Hold on, I'm reading your guys' comments right now. Give me a second. Maybe go to, okay. Where is it possible to move linkers in Buildbox? I want to know whether it is possible to move linkers in Buildbox. Yes, it is. Yes, you can. I just need to, I'm going to keep reading and I'll try to get back to that. Maybe you could use float instead. Hey, that's not a bad idea. Let's try float. But the float is, actually, no, that's not. The float's not going to work quite like we want. I use a send and receive node on is touched. The receive uses position animation node, and that's what I did for Balloon Rider. So, that's so interesting. I didn't use a wave node though, so that's the thing, Spice Bean. I think is what's happening, because I think that's the solution will work. I think you're right, but I think it's the wave node that's key, because ultimately what's happening is it's running that set position function in the code, and so it's just resetting the position right back down to where it was before. So I think that's what it is. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. You can make a UI button that alternates between camera views so player can play like side view or isometric when pressed. Ooh. Can you make a UI button that alternates between camera views? Yes, you can. Al, and here's how you would do it. You would, all right, I'll answer that question in a little bit. I have a couple people that were before you. So okay, so the stacker game question, that's answered. We got pretty close. There is one little thing with the wave node. I do know that you could use position animations to just go back and forth, and you could have invisible objects that you collide back and forth with. But I was kind of hoping that the wave node would work nicely, because it's pretty convenient. So, excuse me. All right, I'm gonna answer a couple questions because I lost. So, real fast. Thank you. Is it possible to use Buildbox on Linux? Wow, cool particle effect. Hello, the last stream I was in, but you didn't understand me. The thing I was asking, this is Ajwaj. Or, hold on, I'm still missing a few questions. I'm going to go back down. Go back up. Hold on, I want to make an idle game where your tutorial... Add a bit of plus. Hello, the live stream was in. Okay, I'm back to where we were. But you didn't understand the thing I was asking. How do I make a 2D character jump in front and back in walls like my friend Pedro? What? Like my friend Pedro? Who's Pedro? Can you... okay, I'm going to ask you, Ajwa Tunes, would you please email me or support? Either one is fine. And then I want to nail down exactly what you're talking about. I think I do. I think it's like, I think it might have to do with layering, right? Where you like have one image basically just move in front of the other one, like that. But I'm not exactly 100% sure. I'm sorry that I'm having difficulty understanding you. I really want to help you. So just please, email support or me at buildbox.com or like Zack at buildbox.com, and we'll help you out for sure. Okay. Because I'm pretty sure it's possible. I'm almost like 99, 100% sure. Okay. Can anybody tell me, Tom Tiso, can anybody tell me how to turn on haptic issue if it's an auto, then add button on haptic? I think that there is a way to do it right now to access the haptic capability within the software and within your game. We talked about this a little bit last week. I believe that answers on the Discord. So on our Discord channel, I'll be honest, I'm not exactly 100% sure where it's located. I couldn't take you to it right now, but I do know that it's in there, and I've seen it, and I've talked with some members of the community that have used it. I will recommend though that like haptics, camera shake, these type of things, you want to be careful with those type of features, because they can sometimes rub people the wrong way. If there's too much camera shaking going on, or if there's too much vibrating on the phone, it can just deter people. Okay, so are you in Instagram? Can I DM you in IG? Yes, you can. So my Instagram handle is Zack in the Buildbox. Zack in the Buildbox. And you can totally reach out to me. It's fine. Can anybody tell me how to make a character select a free shop in Buildbox 3? That's also another thing that we're working on. I started working on this with one of the programmers. There is a way to do it currently, that you can do it where you have the character shop like in the world, the actual world that you're playing in. And then there's also another one where you have a character like set up for each individual world. It's not clean. It's not like a super clean way to do it yet, but we're working on it. Yeah, we're working on it. Anas, Buildbox 3 lacks tutorials. I agree. I think that we need to get more tutorials out there. We just got some more people on the educational team. We're going to work on getting more tutorials out to you more often, for sure. I agree. We need to have more tutorials for you guys, like little things like how to create a character that shoots bullets, or how to create an enemy that shoots bullets, or how to create a stack, like little things like that. Little questions, super easy, that we should be showing you guys. Okay. Whenever I click on SDK and insert add mob button, the Buildbox crashes every time. I am really worried. I'm using free Buildbox 3.2.2. Please help me. I need a solution. Digital Kartik, I'm going to need you to send in your BB doc to support@buildbox.com. Because we're going to need to take a look at what's going on with the BB doc, what's going on with your export file, and we'll dissect it and figure out what's happening. But for today, I can't. I don't think I can solve that problem like right now. But if you email us in, we'll help you. We'll help you out. Okay, Peter, what's up, man? Peter 6600 6600. Hey Zach, can you add an attack to a character in 2D or replace the P and G images that are already there? Yes, and here's how you do that. So state machine is how you do it. So let me show you. Do I have a good animation that could work for like a attack or something? Let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do. Let's see here. Planetary Quest. Let's see here. If I have a Planetary Quest example, I might be able to show you. Okay. No, I'm gonna look for Planetary Quest because I already have a lot of like 2D images already set up. So Planetary Quest, and I want a BB doc. Buildbox document. Here we go. Okay. Let's see if this is it. It might be the Planetary Quest template. Okay, cool. No, this is totally cool to work with. So, you asked, can you switch between animations, right? So, double click on the character, the main character, or into the world in the main character, and what you want to do is you want to have a state machine, right? So, originally, your character starts in an idle state where it's just like, breathing, like moving up and down or whatever, right? So I'll just preview that so you can see. So he starts off with just like, shaking his head, and he's just an idle guy, right? And then what I have set up is I have like a move right button. I also have a keyboard move right button, but there's like, what I'm talking about is the actual UI button that's on the screen, and it's like the colorful one here. It's this one right there. Over here to the right. It's kind of hard to see, but it's just above my head. Anyways, so when you press that button, right, when you press it, it starts moving right. Okay, so it switches states. Okay, it's no longer idling. So it's no longer idling, it's now moving right. And so we check, and when we move right, we have actually like the motion move right, like you're actually moving right, and that's handled, the physics part. And then we have the animation. Right, we have the move right animation, and that's just in here, and you got it playing. So what happens is when I press play, when I move right, the character actually moves right, and then and then the animation plays as well, and it switches out the animation. And then you'll notice that when I release the move right button down here, I switch back to going idle, right? Because you don't want it to just keep moving. Like after you've stopped pressing the button, you want the character to stop and then go back to just like, idling. Okay, so that is how you add Peter. That is how you add an attack to a character in 2D, and you replace the PNG images. Okay, so that's one last little thing here. So you probably want to know, well, where is the state machine? How do I create the state machine? It's over here in advanced, and then you go to, where are you? There, the second one down. I almost missed it. State machine, and then you go, okay, I want to create an idle state, and then I want to create a move right state, and then you could like jump, attack, defeated, all your different states. You just add them up there, and then you hook them up. You just plug them in, like very similarly to like the one above. Okay, cool. Next question. Prasad, glad you like the particle effect. I think you might need to, obviously you're going to need to tweak it a whole bunch. I would change opacity, I would change color, I would change the collision shapes, I would change the 3D model, I would change the angular velocity and the rotation in them and all of that. The linear velocity, I would mess with all that, the timer node, and until you get it down just the way you want. Okay. Ajwaj, again, tunes, once again, you're going to have to email us in, and I'll how do you make a character jump in front and back in the walls like my friend Pedro? I don't know who Pedro is. But okay, like, I guess like one example I could show you is like, okay, so let's do this. Here. So I'll just make this like ridiculously big tree. Like obviously it's oversized, and that's not what we're looking for. And I'll delete the little bushes that come with it. Anyways, so we got this tree, right? All you have to do is put the tree like up above the character. And so when you play the game, I'm hoping this answers your question, Ajwaj. When you play the game, you move behind. You can jump like in front and back in the walls, right? So I just move behind the wall, and then there you go, right? And then I move back from under the wall, and then I can move back. I don't know if that's what you're asking, though. I feel like you're asking something else, and I'm just not getting it. So email me or support, and we'll take a look at it together, man. Okay, when the ray tracing in Buildbox, like where you drag your finger and stuff, and you can I know ray casting. And that's like how we do a lot of like our 3D 3D logic, especially with the is touch node. The ray casting will cast it like a ray, and that's how it's picked. That's how is touch node works. But I'm sorry, I don't know I don't really know ray tracing. It might be something like everybody knows it, I just don't know it. But okay, is it possible to use Buildbox on Linux? I don't think so right now. I don't think that we're able to use Buildbox on Linux yet. It's not like the highest priority. Most of our customers are on Windows or on like PC and Mac. So that's probably like our biggest focus. And yeah, also I just wanted to mention, Hugh reminded me here to, let's see here. Oops. Yeah, Hugh reminded me to tell you guys that, My Friend Pedro. Thank you, Hugh. Yeah, okay, so My Friend Pedro is a game on the App Store. All right. So I need to download this My Friend Pedro, Ajwaj, and then I'll get back to you on that. Thank you, Hugh, so much. And then also, guys, Hugh wanted me to remind you that if you have any technical questions, please just email support at buildbox.com. We are happy to help you. Hugh's the man. Sean, Connor, Hugh, Eric, Miko, the whole support team's super responsive. They'll help you out. Okay, I have a problem with the checkpoint system. I tested on a game on my phone, and when I play a game, works, but when I quit the game and I started it again, it starts from the beginning, not from the last checkpoint. Okay. I'm sorry, Alexander, but I need you to send me in the BB doc on that one. I got to take a look at it. I can't figure it out. Just like I know what's going wrong. Like I have like at least 4 ideas about what might be happening, but I kind of need to see like how you hooked it up so that I can like get it perfect, right? So I know exactly how to fix it. So if you could send in your BB doc to either me on Discord, on the forum, or Zack at buildbox.com or support at buildbox.com, one of us will get to you and we'll take a look at it. But I think I do know that I turned in a checkpoint issue a couple weeks ago, but that had to do with spawning checkpoints, right? And so hopefully we'll help you out. I think especially with the 3.2.2 update, it should be good. Okay, Anas, thank you so much. I'm glad you like tutorials. Okay, let's see here. How to make a portal. Ooh, good. Okay, let's see here. How to make a portal. Let's see here. I'm gonna need I'm kind of forgetting how to do this one actually, because I know that you can use like I know you can jump to another world using a menu jump, but I'm forgetting how to jump from. I know how to do. I know it's here. Somebody on the chat. Portals are made with sugar. Wait. What's up, Danny? Oh my gosh, Danny Orheda, dude. With sugar and love. Thank you, Portal. Thank you. Yeah, Danny says, oh yeah, you want to make portals? You do with sugar and love. That's all you need. Oh, awesome, Smart Penguin. So glad to freaking have you here. I love it. Everybody's coming in. Really, really nice. Okay, so guys, how do we do the right, you can make a portal with a spawn node. That would totally work, right? Because then you could remove like the current 3D object and then spawn it immediately somewhere else. All right, thanks, Radu. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm sorry, Vlad. My bad. I called you Radu. Yeah, Vlad. I'll go ahead and show them how to do that. Yep, remove and spawn. Thanks, guys. You're 100% right. Okay, let me just show you guys instead of just saying it now. So. I'm going to get rid of this tree. I'm going to use kind of like just a really basic portal, I think. Yeah, I'll just use a circle for right now, just as for demonstration purposes. Okay, let's do 2 portals, or yeah, we'll call this portal in and portal out. Portal in and portal out, and I guess we'll just make it static. I don't think you even need to have it as I don't even think you need a collision shape really, but let's see. We'll give it one anyways, just in case. And then portal out. Okay. Let's make this one. I don't think so. Actually, I don't think you need one for this. Let's change the color so that it's a little bit more like easier to see. We'll do the same thing here as well, make it like a little brighter. So we'll bring in portal in, make it a little bigger. Okay, here's the portal. Let me check something. Yeah, that should work. Portal, that's portal in, and then portal out. And there's a really cool. Okay, no, I think this will be good for right now. So this will be portal out. Okay, and let's see here. The resolution I'm set at right now, by the way, guys, I saw somebody ask that. It's the iPhone 11 Pro Max, which is 2688 by 1242. So 2688 by 1242 is the resolution on this preview window. So just quick aside there. Okay, so what we're gonna do is let's change the collision shape on this guy so that it'll be something like this. so that it's like halfway. Once it's like halfway in the portal, it'll like walk in the portal. Actually, I think there's like a door that that is in this asset pack that would be really perfect for this, but I'm just going to use these circles for right now. All right, now let's do main character, and when I collide, we'll do if collide. Where are you, if collide? Thank you, if collide. If collide with portal in, then I want to remove. Where are you? Remove. And then I want to send a signal. Okay, and this is going to, I'll call this spawn, or I'll call this actually the event group portal. And then I'll call this jump, portal jump. I don't know, event name jump. That'll work. Okay, and then go into your portal out now. This is where you add in the receive. And if anybody sees, make some object that not look shiny, but it's there like some trigger. Mr. Rocky, I'm gonna come back and read that again. Thanks, Smart Penguins, for stopping by. Yeah, sorry you couldn't stay longer, but I'm glad. Thank you for stopping by and helping out a little bit. Everybody, I recommend watching Smart Penguins videos on YouTube. His tutorials are amazing. The code that he writes is awesome. I definitely collaborate with that guy. It's that's a good person to work with. And the Math Awakening. Yes, I did get your email, man, but I'm so sorry. I have been sick all week this week, and I am just I'm honestly not even feeling good today, but I'm just getting over it today. So I don't know if you guys. It's probably I shouldn't even show this, but I have like my eye is all red. I've got some sort of allergic reaction to something, and I've just been feeling terrible all week. So. Yeah, anyway, so I finally did email you this morning, and I'm going to give you a more developed response as soon as I can. So sorry about that, the Math Awakening. But I did see your email. Okay, so receive, again, this is the event group portal. You got to make sure that you have the event group portal set up correctly, and also you got to have the event name set up correctly too. And then we'll do spawn. And then we'll do spawn, and we will spawn a main character. And let's see how this goes. Oh my goodness, you have to scroll all the way down to press the save button. Okay, there we go, save button. Now let's take a look. Let's see. Ooh, okay, so the collision shape is not registering. So this collide is not working, so we'll fix that. Okay. Portal in. You see this? Okay, this is a good example, guys. See my collision shape here? See how it's smaller than the actual collision shape of the character that I'm using? Well, that means that the collision shape's never ever going to collide. So we have to stretch it out, or else it's never going to hit the portal, ever. So it's got to be something like this, maybe, would be helpful, or pretty gosh darn close to the edge of the other one, maybe just a tiny bit outside. I might have gone a little bit overboard, but I think this will solve the problem, so I just want to show you. Okay, cool. So it's spawned. Let's try this again. So exit out of here, portal out, spawn node. Let's do okay, let's check something real fast. 2D. Move this guy up here, and let's see. The part about the spawn node though is let's see here. The spawn node is, I believe you have to have the scale pretty ignore scale. Let's see what happens there. Yay! Oh, awesome. Super cool. Portal time. Yeah. And obviously you'll want to like make your portal look nicer, and you'll maybe want to add like make it look a little bit more transparent or something. And then like I don't know, I thought like I think it's cool sometimes to have like a really sick animation on a portal, like a I don't know, like a circle of flames or something like that, and then you come popping out the other side. I think that looks really good. Yeah, so that's how you do portals. So one quick second to just recap. The way you do portals is you create the portal, you make it if collide. Once you collide with the portal, you send a signal, or you use a send node to send to emit a signal to over here to the portal out to spawn the character in the new position, and then you just need to make sure that you remove the old one. Yeah, and the camera position as well. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to answering some questions real fast. So I'm gonna scroll up so I didn't skip anybody. I know I missed a whole bunch, so I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Just how do I fix graphic issues? Yes, on laptop. Will move mode work? Yes. Can you show how to make a portal? Yes. How to add GDPR? I'm actually kind of forgetting about the GDPR. There is a way. I know that there's a way to like check for compliance, right? And you and the character. I think I might need a refresher on that from somebody here in the community on the I'm setting up the GDPR for like a new game. I'm pretty sure that I know how to do it, but I could use a little help. All right, Expressive Boy. Hey, as you said, we can use a bounce node when the triangle collides with invisible cubes. Hey, as you said, we can use bounce node when the triangle collides with invisible cubes kept on sides, which acts as a collider. Exactly, Expressive Boy, exactly. That was the other thing that I was thinking about doing. But the only problem with that is, the part I don't like about using that is when you do that, it's very like boom, 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 right? But with the wave node, it's like nice and smooth, and it just like kind of has like this like more of like the effect, like the movement effect that I'm looking for on a stacker game. But I agree. I know for sure that you're right, and that will work as a solution. Okay, I want to bring one thing in. Notice that every time when I use Buildbox, 1.5 hours application stopping crashes every time. Please fix the bugs or do the needful. Okay, so so one thing I recommend, Blaster, Panzer, is just saving like crazy whenever you use Buildbox. And I also I pretty much save like almost every time before I hit the preview button, because a lot of times like I'll write like special code or something, and like I don't know if I messed up or whatever. I could have like, when I showed you angular velocity, earlier, I could have messed that up super easy. And then so I save before I preview, just in case just to make sure I don't cause a crash or something. So I would do that. Okay, so it turns out My Friend Pedro is a game on the App Store, on the Play Store, that I did not know about. So I felt a little silly, but it's there. Try switching from your integrated Intel graphics card to Radeon NVIDIA for Buildbox 3. Right on. Thank you, Spice Bean. That's a good suggestion. Thank you, Dark Nyan. Yes. Okay, there's an action indie game named My Friend Pedro. Yes, thank you. Also, okay, how about upcoming game jams? Expressive Boy, we're going to be having game jams coming up as soon as possible. We just finished this one. We've got another one rolling out here pretty soon. I know that we're already starting to work on the next one. Okay, please, how to add GDPR. Practical Gamer, I know that you're... I was going to say, Sean, I think if you're already... Exactly, I think it's already built in if you're using integrated AdMob or Iron Source. So to add GDPR to your game, it's already built in. And you just need to make sure, but I believe it's built in as long as you're using AdMob and Iron Source. And honestly, I would totally use AdMob no matter what, because from what I understand, I might be wrong about this, but you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. But I think they pay the most. I think you get the best deal, like income wise, by using AdMob. I'm pretty sure. At least it was that way at one point. It might not be that way now. Search, okay, can we do integration? Are we ever going to see a classic element like set like fire, ice? A classic element set like fire, ice. Yes. Actually, it's funny that you bring that up because we're kind of working on something like that right now. I can't really tell you too much about it, but it's going to basically Nick Rodenko has been isolating himself. He's all caged up and he's just working all day long on this code, and he is making like one of the coolest things I've ever seen with like 2D developing. I have a feeling I haven't ever seen this in another software, so I'm really, really excited to show it to you guys, and I have a feeling that we'll be able to add things like fire and ice and those type of things with that update. Okay, rather than using position animation, you can use camera position animation. Vishwas, especially if you're to be post export. Rather than using position animation, you use camera position. Okay, at the end of the spawn. Interesting. So you use a camera position animation, but the camera will move. But the camera will move up, but the character won't. You're still dropping the objects from the triangle, and the triangle. Yes, the camera does need to move up. You're right, 100%. But also the triangle needs to move up too, and that's what's the tricky part is because the wave node is stopping it. Zach, please, I want something that player click and show the video after the in-game coin increase reward for watching ad. That's super. It's easy to do, but the only thing, Mr. Rocky, is you just got to make sure that you have a PNG sequence. Okay, that's how that works. If you want to do like little videos or like a little animation or something like that, it's all PNG sequences. Okay, and guys, we're gonna do about 10 more minutes of Q&A. It's a little shorter today. I'm not gonna do a full 2 hours, but I'm gonna do about 10 more minutes. So let's get our last questions in right now. Okay, so Tiffany, no. Why did you decide to remove mobile exporting from the free version? I'll be honest, that wasn't actually a decision that I had any stake in or any say in, but yeah, the company, we decided to remove mobile exporting from the free version, probably because I feel like with the Windows export and the way the current free version is set up, I think that there's enough there for you to work with so that you can understand and get it, like make a really good game, and at least get the ball rolling, and then you can upgrade to the paid version and start making and start exporting to the mobile. I think it's a fair setup for right now. Audrey K, hey again, you missed my question. How to make a smooth transition between lines in the twisted switch template? Okay, sorry about I missed your question, Andre K. My bad. How to move the smooth transition between lines in the twisted switch template? Okay, what you're talking about is not having like you don't want it to just be like boom boom, right? Like ching 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 ching, right? You want it to be like switch 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 switch, and I know. Could you do that with a position animation or a? That one I'm not sure, because I know how to drag it side to side, but it's about, I know what you're, because I feel like what you're asking is like, I want to press the button, right? Like to regular touch node, just touch the screen somewhere. I want it to perform the switch, but I don't want it to just jump. I want it to actually be like a nice smooth, like looking kind of like a little smoother transition. I'm either thinking it's like a position animation, but the problem is you can't really do position animations on a path. It's almost like you need to do like a path animation. You know what I mean? So, and I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want to remove a 3D object and then throw like an animation on top of it. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I'm going to go ahead and write that one down, actually, Andre K. I'm going to write that down and see, is there a way we can make smooth transitions between lanes on a twisted switch type game. Maybe path animation node, question mark? We'll figure that out as a team. We'll figure that out. Okay. Expressive way, Sean, can you explain? I didn't really get that. Okay. They really removed mobile export because I can export. I also have free version. They only removed mobile export from the free version, and I don't think that. I'm not sure if that's actually gone into effect for the people yet. I feel like for the people who already had the free version before, they're kind of grandfathered in for a little bit. But yeah. Okay. Thanks, Sean. Thanks a lot, Zach. No problem. What's up, Gift Raven? What's up? Just joined. Awesome, man. I'm glad to have you here. Or lady. Or I don't know if all I see is Gift Raven. So either way, just glad to have you here. He wants to have the same jump mechanic as the jump tower tutorial. Yeah. Okay, I made the jump tower tutorial myself. That was one that I made, and I know that you bounce between the walls, but I'm not really sure. Okay, I'm not really sure about that one. I'm kind of lost on that one. Okay. Thank you, Denise Ronaldo. Ray tracing is advanced graphic stuff for RTX GPUs. Okay, all right, yeah. Because I've heard of ray casting. I wonder if ray casting is similar to ray tracing. Probably not. They're probably different. But yeah, I've heard of ray casting. Okay. Love your videos. Awesome. Thanks. Yeah, Smart Penguins is like a total rock star of a developer in the community. Definitely reach out to him. New update is not able to work with the project I've made on a previous version since I accidentally saved it in the new version and I can't go back. Okay, Emitter, Ahmed. So this is an issue that I've run into as well when I'm developing games and I'm like, having new updates to Buildbox, because like we're constantly updating the software and trying to improve it, and so there will be times where there's like a little bit of compatibility issues. But what I would do is I would save backup copies all the time. You save old versions of your game, and you even in the save file, even in the name, I might put like BB version 3.2.1 or something like that, just and then just archive those just in case you need to go back to them. That's always how I develop. It's I know it's not super convenient, but we're working on it, and it will improve. But that's what I would do as a preliminary measure or precaution. Unfortunately, the best that we can do right now is if you could send in your BB doc to us at support@buildbox.com, we'll have a dev take a look at it and see if there's anything that we can do to recover your game, because I know what it's like to put a ton of work in and then have it all messed up. Okay. Moving back down, I'm finally catching up to you guys. Have no time today. Okay, Mr. Rocky, make same object that look not like shiny, but it's there like some trigger. Okay, are you okay? Get well super soon. Thanks, guys. Yeah, sorry I'm not feeling super hot today, but yeah, I need coconut water. That's what it is. I'm not drinking enough coconut water. Okay, opportunity.biz. My FBX animation is moving, but its collision's not moving with its animation. Ooh, that's a tricky one. It should be moving with the animation, no problem. We're gonna need you to send that BB doc in though, because I need to get my hands on it, man, because I can't figure that one out unless I can get my hands on the BB doc and be like, okay, yeah, this is what's going on here. Yeah, if you could send that in to support@buildbox.com, we will totally help you out. Nice. Okay, cool. So everybody, real fast, I just want to make a shout out here to Spice Bean. So So Spice Bean just released a really awesome balloon game, and he's doing a little bit of UA testing as well. So I would recommend, like, please, everybody who's watching this video, please download their game, Spice Bean. Spice Bean, remind me again the name of the balloon game, please, so that I can tell everybody to play it. And I'll put it in the a link to download the game in the description of the video. Hey, thanks, Danny. It's so good to hear from you, man. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling better than I was like 3 days ago, but I'm still like, I got like this rash, and I'm like not allergic to anything. So something's up. My left eye's all messed up. Okay. Okay, here we go. We need mobile export in free. I know how you guys feel. But at least at least we have, like, you know, the middle tier version that has mobile export, and I feel like that you can kind of get by with that. Oh yeah, it's Nick Rodenko's birthday today, by the way. Awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, Nick Rodenko, the main developer on Buildbox, it's his birthday today. I think he's like 33 or 34. Yeah, I got him a cool little gift. It's a surprise though. Okay, so back to questions. I got about 5 more minutes here, three to 5 more minutes. So let's end on a good question. How can you reset the rotation animation? For example, rotation animation left and then reset to the initial position. What I would do is I would just trigger an opposite, like, rotation animation. So basically, let me just quickly show you. So rotation animation, right? Let's pull one of those guys out where it's right there. Okay, so first you do the rotation animation, and then at some point, like, either it's a UI button, like you want to press a button and you want to change the rotation back, or if, like, maybe you, like, turn a corner, right, on a game, like maybe it's a path game, you turn a corner and you want to change the rotation back to the way it was before, or maybe you, like, collide with something and you want to change the rotation. Here's how you do it. So you do your rotation animation like you've got, and then you set up your if collide node, right? And you'll say, like, okay, once I collide, you'll do another rotation animation, but it'll be the opposite. So this rotation animation's 90, positive 90, and you just switch this one to be negative 90. And so what will happen is it'll revert right back. Excuse me, guys. It's called Balloon Rider. Apple rejected it. Classic Apple. But yeah, everybody please play Balloon Rider. It's on the Google Play Store. So sorry if you have an iPhone, can't play it yet. But, DJ Layton. Oh, thank you. He just answered the question. He's like, yeah, just set it to 90 and then set it to negative 90. Wow, I didn't even see your answer, DJ and Layton, and that is literally the exact example I use. That's so funny. Okay. So I'll put Balloon Rider's link in the description after this session. Let's see if I can fit in one more quick question. Thank you, Zach. Sorry to hear you're not feeling well. Really hope you get better soon. Thanks. Thank you so much. I'm feeling a lot better, guys. I'm definitely gonna be okay next week. Not an issue. Today I decided I was like, the show must go on. Like, I need to. It doesn't matter what I look like. I need to communicate with you guys. Okay. How to make mechanics like glide made by Rising High. Yeah, okay, Zed Games, we're gonna okay, Renato and Zed, you two are the last questions of the day. Okay, I'm gonna try to answer your questions and then go from there. So I'm forgetting what glide was like from Rising High, so I'm gonna just Google that real fast. Give me just a second, guys. Rising Glide from Rising High. I know Rising High Studios. Kevin will yeah. Yeah, let me see. This looks beautiful. Okay. This almost like initial reaction here. Let's see here. So, okay, real fast, guys. I'm going to just download Glide from the App Store so I can play it. Or no. All I need is a video. perfect. Okay, give me just a second, guys. It's weird. All of a sudden, I got a cough now. Okay. Need my coconut water. Okay, hold on a second. I'm checking out the game. Ooh. Okay. Okay. This is a good question. This is a good question, Zed. So sorry, I kind of blanked out there for a second. I was watching the Glide video from Rising High Apps, and I'm not 100% sure, but to me, it looks to me like it was made with a path, right? It was made with some sort of and it looks like it was made with BB2. That's just my gut. But so how would we do this in BB3? So without using paths, you could without using the path like function, I think you could actually use you could use a path, and then this is how you would do this. Okay, so basically, let's see here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just use a path example, a path game example. Start off with. Okay, and then I believe, I might be wrong. I gotta double check, but I believe the way you do this is you have like, so we have like a circle, right? That we're supposed to tap the screen when the character is inside the circle, and if you don't nail it, I think the character is defeated, right? So if you accidentally go past the circle without touching it, then your character is defeated. So basically, what I would do is I would have an invisible enemy, something like this, right? So I'll switch twisted switch to let's try character. So instead of touch, to switch the character, I'm going to touch and move this invisible object from the scene. Let's take a quick look. So I'm going to use a send node. Where are you? Send. Okay. So when I touch the screen, I want to trigger, I'll go ahead and keep the event group as QWE, but I want to change the, I want to like just, I guess, move enemy is really what it's like ultimately what I'm doing. So I'll copy that real fast. And then this object here, let's say I took you and I stretched you out to cover the whole thing, right? And I'll delete these guys. Yeah, okay. So let's say that this is like the circle, right? You're getting a little closer to the circle. I'm gonna rotate you around. Yeah. So you're getting close to your circle on your path. And you basically, in this block here, will be invisible, okay? And basically, if you don't hit this green thing, if you don't tap the screen and the button, and if you don't move that enemy character, if you don't hit it just right, then the character is going to collide with that invisible object, and then it's going to defeat the character. And then so that's like at least the whole like defeated versus not defeated thing. Then there's this other layer of difficulty, or a double like layer of complexity, where you have varying points, right? So if you land in the very center, you touch the screen right in the middle, it gives you 3 points. But let's say you miss it just by a little bit, you still pass, but you only get 1 point. So you only get 1 point. So that's like that's how I would do it. So and I would probably have like more invisible objects that like once you collide with them and you touch the screen, it'll award a certain amount of points. But once you collide with those objects and you touch the screen again, it will only reward you a different amount of points. But anyways, so okay, let me do less talking and more showing. So receive, and then let's just have it move out of the way super fast. Oops, what did I do? Move out of the way super fast. And let's just say, like, I don't know, let's do 20, or let's do 50. Yeah. Okay. And then let's go ahead and make the scenes align so we come to that object. Okay. So I'm going to play the game, and that is so bizarre how the objects get deleted here in the scene, but they're not deleting in the preview. That is like ridiculous. Okay, let me exit out of the 3D world. Let's see if that does anything. I might have to save my game or something. Let's try saving the game as well. All right, test twisted switch example. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Let's do 3D world here. My Lanta, will it even move like the object if I do it? Let's see. Let's go. Okay. Let's just play the scene. Okay. Alrighty. Well, this one is being this template's being really difficult with me right now. So we're gonna go ahead and just take my word for it that when you press the let's see here, move enemy. That's got to be it. It's got to be. Let's see here, obstacle. Move enemy. Let's just see if we can get the move enemy thing working, and then that way you guys can at least see that's how that works. Okay, cool. So, let's see here. The collision shapes didn't move with it though. Let's see. It's because they're static. You have to make them kinematic. Okay, let's try it again. All right, perfect. So, there you go. So basically, you'll have the object be invisible, though. So, like, for instance, 3D model's not hooked up, right? And then you have these invisible objects. And if you time it right, you don't hit the objects. But you click it, and the object's invisible, and it just moved, and the character's able to keep going. So that's how I would do this, okay? I don't know what's going on with me deleting the objects in the scene and them not disappearing, so that kind of ruined my example. But this is how I would do it. Okay. Check start scene. You think it's in the start scene? I thought the start scene was short. Yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Renato, you guys say it's because of the start scene? What about the start scene? Like, what about the start scene that's making the objects in the first scene appear when they shouldn't be? Because I feel like the start scene is pretty short. Okay, now I wouldn't use paths for that. Just use move node with follow rotation option, and then when you hit it left if collide, you would rotate animation. You know what? That's actually probably better. Smart Penguins is, yeah, it's probably right. You could use paths, but it's probably better to just at least based off of the way that glide moved. Glide didn't really have like a ton of curves, right? It probably could have, but it was very like straight, like this direction, which is all super easily done with just move nodes. So you don't have to use a path if you don't want. Oh, okay. Sorry, Renato and Wooden Pickle Games. I thought, yeah, I got it. So you guys were thinking that the first scene was what was, yeah, or the start scene had those enemies, right? Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Okay. Thank you, Smart Penguins. Thank you, Renato, Jackowitz, and Wooden Pickle Games. Thank you so much. Okay, the last question of the day. Where are you? I was going to be Renato's. Okay, thank you. So I Zed Games. I hope that helped a little bit. I feel like that could. I feel like I could probably show you a little bit more, but I'm kind of running low on time right now. So, all right. Last question, Zach. What is the best way to import minimalistic background images with just one color gradient, leaving Atlas well optimized, not to take up too much space? Fantastic question. Here's my trick for that. Okay, so this is what you do. Let's say I want the whole background to be orange, right? So I'll just do this. I'll go and do a tiny screenshot like that small, right? It's like 10 pixels, not even, right? So then I go into my my mind map and I go into my 3D world, or I'm sorry, I go into my UI. And you can drop this in as a background image, and you can do this in a 3D world or a 2D world as well. And it's so tiny, right? It's like basically when you look at the atlases, right? When you look at the atlases, oh my gosh, I have to zoom out. It's so small. Look how tiny that little. You can barely see it. It's a little tiny orange cube. It takes up no space in the atlases, right? So you throw that in there, and you just stretch it out. You just stretch it out in Buildbox, and then you've got a whole entire orange background. Now, let's answer your other part of the question, because that was like a two-parter. First, you asked about solid colors. Now I'm going to teach you about gradients. So, okay, gradients. Good question, man. Really good question. Okay, so gradient. What I would do is I'd take my favorite illustrator, whatever illustrator you're comfortable with, and I would do something like this. I'd make just the tiniest like sliver, like that, okay? And or you can start off with something like this, right? Then you do your gradient. Let's do like some cool colors. Let's do like I don't know, like purple to I don't know, kind of like a more red. Yeah, that's kind of a coolish background color. Okay, close. Okay, so you got the gradient, right? You could also like rotate this sucker around to go like that if you want. Anyways, so when you put it into Buildbox, make it like tiny, like just like a sliver, like that even, you know, and maybe like that. Okay, so then I'm gonna export this real fast. Create slice. Slice one. All right. Then you pop this bad boy into Buildbox, right, as an image, right, and it looks terrible at really small. But then, oh, did I do an opacity? I did like some weird opacity thing at the bottom. Anyways, sorry, that was my fault with the image. But anyways, you just stretch it out. And try not to do like you can see on the sides here. See how the lines are starting to show kind of here on the edges? That's because I didn't have the opacity all the way up on my gradient. But anyways, you get the point. Like you take a really small sliver, just a tiny slice of a gradient, and then you pull it out and you stretch it in Buildbox. And then when you go to the atlases, right? There it is. It's so small. You know, it takes up no room at all. And it still looks really cool in the software. You can still stretch it out, and it looks great. Okay, everybody, that's going to be it for today. Next week, I'm going to try to do a live stream on do Q&A like this again Thursday and Friday, because I feel like it's super helpful to just talk with you guys and get these questions answered. And then sometimes when like we can't figure things, if I can't figure things out, it's really fun to like work with you guys as a group and kind of figure it out and collaborate with you guys. So thank you so much for watching the live stream today. I really hope it was useful and you enjoyed it. Sorry it wasn't, it didn't last as long today. I'm not feeling super great, but next week we'll have like at least 2 sessions, and I'm really looking forward to it. So please join me next week for Thursday and Friday. We're going to try to keep the 10 a.m. PST timing for right now, but Yeah, we'll see how it works. So I just want to make sure that we get as many people who can watch as possible. I know like a few of you are like, dude, it's right in the middle of a work day. Like I can't watch the live stream right now. I can't participate. It's like I'm in the middle of work. And so I get that. So you can watch them afterwards. But yeah, I really like it when you guys can join. It's super cool. So thank you for joining the QA today. And yeah, I'll go ahead and call it. See you guys. Have a great rest of your day.